3 of the top cold calling tips that you need to know in 2023. Here's the thing, guys. I'm actually providing cold calling services for our company here at Scale My Cleaning Business to 3 lucky cleaning business owners that we're working with. The cool thing is we have a great team that already generate a lot of opportunities for the clients that we work with. This is just an additional test that I'm doing just so I can also go on here onto YouTube and tell you guys that cold calling still works. I'm actually going to be cold calling for the next 6 weeks for 3 of the commercial cleaning companies, clients that we're currently working with. And I'm gonna put everything that I'm going over with you guys in this video here to help you improve in cold calling in 2023. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it to the test by doing it myself. Here's the thing, I've been doing cold calling and I've been in sales for the last 5 years. I've talked to thousands of prospects via Zoom, via the phone, and also in person as well. So I know 1 or 2 things about sales and human psychology. So I wanted to share it with you guys today. And if you guys like the video and find any value, go ahead and like the video at any time. Tip number 1 is you need to pause as you speak, just like that. So how do you get rid of the ums and from your vocabulary is you pause after you speak. So for example, if you're on a cold call with a prospect, you wanna go ahead and introduce yourself on the call like this. Hey, this is Min over at Scale My Cleaning Business. How are you doing today? Instead of saying, hello, this is Min over at Scale My Cleaning Business. How are you doing today? That's scammy. That sounds like a spam call. For example, let's just say I'm a cleaning business owner. This is how I'm going to be calling for the owners that I'm calling on behalf of their company as one of their team members. Hey, this is Min over at Tim's Commercial Cleaning Business. How are you doing today? Right? So it's very different than going,
hey, this is Min over at Tim's Cleaning Business. How are you doing today?
That's so spammy. It's quick, it's rushed, and it sounds like you're trying to just call and then move on. But I'm just like this. Hey, this is Min over at Tim's Cleaning Business. How are you doing today? Very slow pausing in between sentences can allow the prospect to kind of like, oh, they're not a scam call, right? They're just relaxed. Spam calls are typically quicker. So if you don't want to sound like a spammer, you got to do the opposite, which is you need to pause as you speak. Number 2, you need to agree and then ask. When you start off the call here and you're finding out a little bit more about the prospect, and let's just say they're like,
hey Min, this is actually not a good time. I'm actually driving right now. Do you mind just calling me back a little bit later today?
And they don't know why I'm calling yet. And the thing is, you don't want to follow up with somebody just so you can talk to them again. You want to follow up with them if they're truly interested. So here's where I'm going to agree and then ask. So they're like,
hey Min, listen, I'm actually on the road right now. Do you mind just giving me a call back later today? And I'll be open to talking to you.
Totally understand. Let me actually mark, it down for me to call you later today. I just was wondering, the reason why I'm calling is because I wanted to see if you guys were looking for any janitorial cleaning at the moment. So I agree with them that I'm calling them back later, but I'm asking something that it's gonna allow me to know if calling back them later is worth it. Because if they're like,
no, I'm not really looking for it at that time,
you can automatically say, oh, in that case, there's really nothing for us to talk about. That's just why I wanted to call you. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, right? But if they're like,
yes, I'm actually looking for it. Again, like, can you call me later today?
Now that call that you have later today, it's a very qualified call. It's somebody who's interested in getting janitorial cleaning. Now later in the day when you call them, it's just to find out a little bit more about their property, their problems, what they're looking for, and when are they looking to get service done, and then schedule a walkthrough. So agree and then ask. With anything you do on the cold call, it could be even deeper into the call.
I am looking for, can you tell me the price?
I would definitely tell you the price, and I'm gonna get to that a little later on, because to be honest with you, I can't really give you a price on something that I don't know what you're looking for. Like, what can I help you with? So is it okay if I ask you a few more questions to find out whether or not we can help you? And if we can, is it too much to ask to have somebody from our team to actually come out and do a walkthrough with you to get a proper scope of work before we provide you a quote? Is that okay with you? I would definitely tell you the price, but I just don't know it right now because I don't know what you need. And if I don't know what you need, then I can't really give you a price to anything. So is it okay if I ask you a few more questions to get to know a little bit more about you and what you're looking for. And then if it makes sense, can I go ahead and schedule for a walkthrough with you and our team for them to actually come out and take a scope of work before they provide the quote? Would that be too much to ask? So I'm agreeing with them, and then I'm going into asking exactly what I need to ask to help them out. You do a disservice if you just give somebody the price. And the reason why is because, number one, you're giving them a price on something you don't even know if they need. So what you have to actually find out before ever providing any type of pricing is exactly what they need. And if you can provide it over the phone, that's great. You need to figure out exactly what the prospect's problem is before providing them a price to get it done. Number three, here's the thing, guys, there's no secret. There's nothing that I'm gonna be doing different than you on the call, besides number one, pausing, remembering to agree with the prospect and then ask what I would like. And number three is making the calls. So many of you watching right now are looking for scripts, looking for secrets, looking for that secret word that get by the gatekeeper, the secret word that gets people to say yes right away on the phone. But cold calling, it's a numbers game. I talked to a few people that had experience in cold calling and they made 10, 15 calls a day. And I'm like, okay, great. Well, your number one problem right now isn't really pausing, agreeing before you ask, it's you're just not making enough calls. And so because of that, you're not gonna have anything to look at. 10, 15 calls a day is not enough for you to justify whether or not you're good or not on the phone. Whoever you're hiring to do cold calling, it's good enough on the phone. Whatever script or whatever strategy or however you sound on the call, 10 to 15 calls is not enough. So you need to actually punch up the volume. And what I'm gonna be doing, it's about 100 to 120 calls per day for the commercial cleaning owners that we're working with. And that's the number you wanna aim for, is about 100 plus dials. And the reason why I don't have an exact dial is because some calls might be qualified and take 5 to 10 minutes. Some might be just a quick yes or no and move on. And you need to understand that what you need to do is after a call, dial the next person. After the call, dial the next person. If they are qualified and you do schedule up the walkthrough, then that can take a little bit of time. And congratulations if you do schedule the walkthrough, that's what you want from this. Calling a lot is one, scheduling a walkthrough with somebody who's qualified, that's the ideal goal. But in this case, you need to pick up the phone and actually make the call. Because if you don't, I will. He will, she will. And they're gonna take your business if you don't pick up the phone and call. What's the worst that can happen? You're not in person doing door knocking where they can just physically kick you out or they can physically show you that they're annoyed or they don't want to talk to you. It's over the phone. Worst case, they hang up. Worst case, you get a no. You move on. You have a business that you need to run that requires you as a leader or whoever you hire to be making calls and taking emotions out of it. At the beginning, I mentioned 3, but I got 4. Here's a bonus for you. Before I give you the bonus, go ahead down below if you have not smashed the like button. Take a pen, take a pencil, whatever you want, your fist, your feet, and just punch the like button to show me that you actually found value in this video and you enjoy watching videos like this on our YouTube channel and you would like me to do more of it. Thank you for liking. Yes, you who's watching, like the video. I know you didn't yet. I'm gonna give you a second. Thank you. Okay, number 4, gatekeepers. We all love them. We all know they're there. How do we get by them? You ask. You ask with confidence. For example, I call. They're like,
Hey, this is Blank over at Blank's Property Management. How can I help you?
hey, this is Min over at Tim's Commercial Cleaning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How can I help you?
Yes, so I'm actually calling here. I'm trying to get in touch with the person who's kind of in charge of making the decisions when it comes to, janitorial cleaning for your property. Am I speaking to the right person?
No, this is Susan. Sam is actually the person who's the best person to talk to. Can I take a message for her? She's not available right now.
Totally understand. I know I'm calling out of the blue here. When's the best time for me to call back so I can actually get in touch with her? I don't really have any messages to pass by.
Oh, you can call her back at Tuesday at 4 p.m.
Tuesday at 4 p.m., I call back.
Hey, this is Blank over at Blank's Property Management. How can I help you?
Hey, I called last week. You mentioned I could speak with Sam. can I go ahead and speak with Sam? And asking with confidence and also reminding the gatekeeper of the last conversation we've had. And it's a progression game, guys. It's a progression game. Don't expect one call, one book walkthrough, and then one closed deal. That's not how it works, and that's not how business works. It's a numbers game. It's you continuing to get better and better from the last call, and it's you actually making the calls so you can improve over time. So how to get by the gatekeeper is ask with confidence and understand that the first time you ask, if it's a no, that's no problem. Call again a better time and then ask again. Because eventually, I'm telling you that eventually, the gatekeeper will be like, hey, I've talked to you enough. At this point, you seem like a best friend calling me all the time asking about this. Let's just get it over with. Here's Sam. And then you get to speak with Sam. The reason why you struggle with gatekeepers is because you call once and that's it. And guess what? While you call once, I call 10 times. While you call once, he calls 11 times. While you call once, he calls 20 times. Who do you think it's gonna win? Exactly. I appreciate you all for watching this video. If you have not smashed the like button, I do
Not like you are not my friend.
I'm just kidding. I love you all. While you're down there, liking it up down there, go ahead and comment your cold calling experience. And also, did this video motivate you to make more calls? If it does, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube video here so you can watch more content as I come out with more ways to grow, and that's through prospecting, marketing, sales, operations in the cleaning industry and business in general. Other than that, guys, I appreciate you all. Have a good rest of your day. Don't forget to smash that like button.